Coming up on CityView, Austin's first artist in residence begins the process to creatively connect the community with city government. Feedback is being encouraged to help sort out priorities during the budget process. And a new city sidewalk receives a great deal of attention for being first. Hi, thanks for joining us. I'm your host, Carol Barish. The City of Austin is seeking input from residents about city services and budget priorities. We would love to get your feedback in person at one of our public hearings in August. You can also participate online using the Austin Budget Simulator to provide your funding preferences for 11 service areas. Your feedback's important to us, and the input gathered through this public engagement process will be provided to City Council in August. To access the Austin Budget Simulator and find out more ways to get involved, check out austintexas.gov/budget. Keeping to the budget, City Council will return from their summer recess starting August 1st. Their schedule will include a weekly budget work session at 9 a.m. every Wednesday through August. You can watch all council meetings live on ATXN or ATXN.TV or archived online at atxn.tv. Austin Mayor Steve Adler, Mayor Pro Tem Kathy Tovo, and Councilmember Greg Kassar took a stroll down a new sidewalk in the North Loop neighborhood to celebrate, well, the sidewalk. The sidewalk, an 1,800-foot installation on Chesterfield Avenue, is cause for celebration because it's the first paid project with money from the 2016 Mobility Bond. Voters approved the $720 million mobility bond this past November. The bond will fund hundreds of regional, corridor, and local mobility projects in the next 8 years. The bond dedicates $35.7 million to sidewalks like Chesterfield. The Chesterfield sidewalk, which connects North Loop Boulevard and Koenig Lane, was identified by the neighborhoods and city as a high priority. Now neighbors have safe access to nearby bus routes, retail, parks, and schools. Elected officials, neighbors, city staff, and other stakeholders walked the length of the sidewalk June 29th to recognize this important step in the bond process and celebrate needed infrastructure in the neighborhood.
As this business district has become really popular, I've seen more and more pedestrians walking along Chesterfield, and it's just been a major conflict between all the cars and all the pedestrians. And we put it in our neighborhood plan many years ago that we needed a sidewalk on Chesterfield, and the city's come through, and it's absolutely wonderful. And there's not a day, night or day, that I go outside and I don't see a pedestrian on that sidewalk. It's being used all the time.
For more information about the 2016 Mobility Bond, head over to austintexas.gov/2016 bond. City governments across the United States, from Boston to Los Angeles, have introduced artist-in-residence programs to tap into artists' ability to develop creative approaches to challenging issues. Austin announced the launch of its own pilot program in early 2017. This project was proposed by a City of Austin employee as part of the City Manager's Idea Accelerator program managed by the City of Austin Innovation Office. Through a competitive process, the city selected local artist Rihab El Sadiq to work with the Watershed Protection Department, which is charged with protecting lives, property, and the environment in Austin by reducing the impact of flood, erosion, and water pollution. Take a look.
Where are you? Oh, this one. Okay, cool. Great.
Rihab has been spending the first initial portion of her residency exploring the whole depth and breadth of the Watershed Protection Department.
Yeah, a couple of people and our guys can get to this really quick. It shouldn't take more than 15 minutes. They'll be in and out.
It's a very diverse department that does a lot of different things.
According to the National Highway Transportation Safety Administration, annually there's an average of 384 fatalities that occur due to drowning while driving in the U.S. alone.
We really wanted her to get a sense of all of those things before she settled on one particular area or interest to really focus on for the rest of her residency.
I can see that how Watershed is doing, something amazing. You need ideas from outside too. It's not just your lens. You need to see outsiders.
So this first portion is really crucial in getting an introduction to the field visits and the site work and all of the community engagement that the department really conducts on an ongoing basis. so that she can really feel fully informed about the department's scope of their work.
The speed at which water moves underground below our feet is dependent on how much water is in the aquifers.
Before she jumps in to create the focus of her residency. Feedback we've been getting from both Rahab and the department seems really positive. They're both really enjoying their time together. I think there's going to be a really fruitful relationship that's formed.
I'm gonna point the poison ivy out to you, right here.
Oh, this one?
Hopefully this pilot will lend itself to expanding to other departments in the future.
The outcome of this 9-month residency will be shaped by the artist's experiences learning about and working with the department and the community. The pilot program will run through December. In the future, the city plans to expand the program to other departments and artists from a variety of disciplines. Well, that's all for this week's City View. I'm your host, Carol Barish. Our next episode premieres Monday, July 24th. Thanks for watching.